What's up, guys? AyoSteze here, bringing you another One Girl, One Guy, One podcast. And I have a special guest. You all may know him. His name is Mr. Faye. Please introduce yourself.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Fate.
It's your boy, Fate. Whatever. How are you all doing? It's been a while since I uploaded another One Girl, One Guy podcast. I've been really, really busy doing other things. And so haven't really got around to it. But I really want to talk about current issues and current things going on in the world, YouTube community, etc., etc. And so I figured, why not do it with my close friend, my white chocolate, Mr. Fate himself? And I want to kick it off by saying, Mr. Fate, how do you feel about the whole Coney 2012?
Man, I think it's a bunch. I'm not gonna say it's a bunch of bullshit because these issues are legit issues as far as like the kidnapping of children and the forcing them and the rape and everything. But my whole thing was, and I did a video about this, is it's not that I don't give a shit about the problem or the message. It's like I don't like the way that the Invisible Children company itself is using it because basically what they're doing is they're taking a dead issue. Like Coney, he's been out of Uganda for like 4 years now, 6 years now. He's stepped out of power like 4 years ago. He's in Spain trying to make peace treaties with Uganda. It's a dead issue over there. And it's a fucking scam. They give like 30% of the donations actually to like Uganda themselves. It's all bullshit. And what I was saying is, a lot of people criticized like me and a lot of commentators saying, "Oh, well, that's the problem. America only thinks about itself and this and that, and they never want to help." Um, what's funny to me is, they talk about, oh, these child labor and the brainwashing and shit. Have you ever heard of a polygamous camp? Because that's pretty much what they do, and those are in the U.S.
Really? I didn't know.
They got places out in Utah and shit where they have people where they go ahead and they marry like 8-year-olds and 13-year-olds together, or guys have like six different wives and shit, and they
Ooh.
they they stay in their own like Amish type of territory, and you literally get captured if you are born into it and you try to escape. There's
Wow.
all the kids work, all the late. It's basically like the fucking like 1600s, but current day.
Yeah.
And there's other issues that we need to take care of before we start sticking our noses in other people's business. And
That's how
that's
I felt about it. That's exactly how I felt. Like when I heard about it, of course it got to me at first, of course. Anything like something like that they made it seem so current. They made it seem so current. When I did my research about it or whatever, and also just watching a recently uploaded video from one of my subscriptions, which is Timothy De La Ghetto, he was saying his opinion on it. But I had already had my mind set that I wasn't finna go into making nothing about Stop Coney or anything like that because I really wanted to get more information for myself. And what I found out about it, it really just shocks me to see that someone was, like you said, trying to get money for this. And honestly, I felt like it was overdue. It was overdue. Like this is it's not the time or the place for this. Of course, what happened was wrong, but you can't undo what is already done. And I feel like that the way they're going about it is wrong. They're making it seem like this man is on the loose right now over in Uganda or wherever he's supposed to be at, and they're making it seem like they can capture him within a couple of days, and they're making it seem like Obama sent. I don't know if this is true. They said Obama sent some troops over. I honestly, I don't even know. It's just something that I think America has decided to believe, and I feel like there's a lot of bigger issues going on in the world besides this. And I don't feel like a lot of the stuff that we're being told is true and or is current.
I think the biggest issue, and I saw this with my video because it got like 32 dislikes out the gate. But what's funny is, I was, again, like I normally do, I kind of outspoken. I speak my mind, I speak what I feel,
Right.
I speak what I research. And it's funny that, I started with this message and it had like 3 likes from like 3 of my subs and like 32 dislikes. All these comments about, oh, you need to be more thoughtful of others and shit like that. Now give it 2, 3 days and all these videos and all these links and all these website articles and shit about how fraudulent this Invisible Children company actually is and all the hundreds of thousands of dollars that they get, over $500,000 worth of profit that they've made from this and from the whole film. and now all of a sudden the video's got like those 32 dislikes but like 31 likes, and everybody's on that bandwagon. And I think the big problem in YouTube, especially being that it caters to people right between like the ages of 12 and 18 primarily,
Yeah.
is they're still at that age where
They're
they jump
sponges.
they jump on the bandwagon,
Hmm.
and they almost, not to say it like this, but I can't think of a better way to put it, is they like embarrass themselves or let themselves be manipulated, and then
Yeah.
wait and think for themselves and say, you know what, actually
They're like
they're right.
sponges. They take in everything that they see, everything. They believe everything. I feel like that's not fair to a lot of people. That's really why I didn't want to make a commentary about it, because I didn't know anything about it. And I was getting people asking me on Facebook, how did I feel, and messaging me. And honestly, I don't care really what it is. I'm going to speak my mind no matter what. And I'm going to tell people how I feel. And if I feel like something just it doesn't feel right. Usually it doesn't. When you have those hunches, it's usually not right. And sure was it. Come to find out there was a lot of fraudulent stuff within this. Now don't get me wrong, what he did was completely wrong. Hell, there's been plenty of people who have done a lot of things that I feel like it was wrong. But I mean, it's just another thing in the world that's going on, and I feel like I don't want any part of it at all.
And I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna come right out and say it, and this got nothing to do with Steve's. This is me saying it. I think it's really fucked up because most of the adult commentators are
Hmm.
smart enough to know what's really going on.
Yeah.
And I think it's really fucked up that there's a lot of really big, very popular YouTubers out there that are taking advantage of this and making these videos like, yes, it's a great cause and a great thing, and we should support it and go check out this video, because all they're doing is playing to the public favor to get more views.
Yes, that's true. That is completely true. Completely true. I
And
did see someone do that.
and what's really sad about it is you don't even have to name names, because you can tell the guys that aren't doing that haven't made a video about it at all. The
Yep.
guys, every big YouTuber that's made a video is like supporting it and shit, regardless of the fact that there's all this information showing how bogus it is,
Yeah.
and that's
That's true.
sad.
That yeah, they do. They any opportunity they jump to make better their channel, seem like a better person. But look, as easy as it came, as easy as it'll go. Once this is all boiled over, people will stop watching your content because they only liked your content because you were agreeing with the movement. I've been saying in people's videos, people have been leaving these comments. So about Coney 2012, what about it? What do you want people to say? Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and I feel like when people state their opinion, if it's against what you don't, if it's something that you don't want to hear, as biased as YouTube can be, you're gonna dislike it. You're gonna shun it. So why do you care what someone else thinks? I would rather someone make the effort and show them making an effort to donate something. What is a video going to do? Okay, you're spreading the word. That's perfectly fine. But what is that going to do? If you're going to help out, I feel like don't talk about it. Be about it. That's really why I didn't jump on it. I didn't jump on it at all.
One thing I do want to say, since this is the whole current event that's going on right now, is I want to give a shout out to Pone Star for Hire, and it's not for a video or anything. It's for his tweets. Because I know Keemstar was getting on his ass about how he was tweeting, the new Black Ops 2 kill streak is going to be a Coney attack where you get, like, to command a group of children and shit. Or he's like, I'm not heartless, I just don't want my sub box spam. People forget, at the end of the day, we're all YouTube, we're gaming commentators.
Yes.
Everybody in our community is gaming commentators. I did not know that we suddenly turned into a bunch of political activists, and I think all he was saying is the truth. I want to see who's uploading new gameplay. I don't want to see shit about something that I can't control.
True. That is true.
I made a video. I stated this in a later video. I do YouTube to get away from the drama and the problems of outside life. I don't do it to worry about how screwed up the world is. And I think that's
Yeah.
basically what he was saying. He wants to game, not
That's
deal with shit that he can't do anything about.
right. That's true. That is true. That really is. I couldn't even put it into better words. Like that is true. When I game, I'm not really trying to think about the real world. That's actually why I game, to get away from that, because I know the real world is cruel. And I mean, we all have news. We all have the internet, and so we know what's going on in the world. We're not, of course. At first I did not know what Coney was until I did see someone in my subscription box upload a video, a promo video about it. Yes, I did. That really helped. Once I watched it, I was aware of it. But at the same time, it's just like that's not what I do. I'm not someone who get on and I speak about the current times. I'm not, don't get me wrong. And honestly, with my family and their religion, we don't believe in that type of stuff. Like all of that that's going on over there, like we don't believe, we don't partake in any of that type of stuff. And so like I don't try to get involved with any of that. And I just feel like, yeah, people who do get involved in it, they are sometimes in it for all the wrong reasons. And I feel like once all this stuff boils over, when the truth comes to the light, then we'll see who's really against who. So,
Yeah, you know what's funny is Cinematic had mentioned, he goes, find me a current article that's not from this group about how relevant this event is with the whole Coney thing,
mhm.
and you could not find anything, which is
From
where
what group? The Invisible
from
Kids?
Invisible Children, yeah.
Mm,
And what's funny is they were the only ones that had anything relevant, and basically what he was saying is, nobody on any major news channel or anything
mhm,
has covered this story because it's not really relevant. And lo and behold, finally something pops up on Yahoo
mm,
about the Coney thing, and it's about the video itself. And it's like that just right there shows exactly what the point is. They got their money from the original making this such a big movement X amount of years ago, and now to continue the funds, they're making this video as a way to further promote it, to further bring in donations, to further deepen their pockets.
mm.
And that's exactly what's happening. And as, like I said, as a human nature, we're just sucking it right up and playing right into it. And unfortunately, that's how the world really works.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Unfortunately, guys, this podcast is about to come to a close, but never to an end. I want to know you all's opinion on the Coney 2012 current event issue, whatever you want to call it. I want to know how you feel about this. Do you feel that this is false? This is not true. Do you believe that this is true in the United States and us as commentators, whether we're gaming, comedians, whatever, vlogging, whatever we're doing, do you feel like we should partake in this just because us as human beings? Because I do remember when the stuff took place in Tokyo. Was that Tokyo? It was a riot, I believe.
Mm,
I think it was it Tokyo? I think I do honestly it was a fire or it was a riot, I believe, and they were setting stuff on fire. I did partake in that and I did, send my love and I did make a commentary about that. The reason why I did it because I am a human being and I felt like that is something that I really researched on and it wasn't fair to those, and it was true. It had just happened. It wasn't something that happened over the time of a course span of some years. It had just really happened and it really impacted me because when you think about it, it was uncalled for and it was unfair. And so like it really touched me and I wanted to touch bases on it as well as spread the word as much as I could because I felt like people were not speaking on it. And so like I want to know, what are you all's feelings about this Coney 2012? Do you believe that it is false? Do you believe it is true? Do you believe invisible children, as he said, are just looking to profit more now because their money is either decreased or whatever the case may be? I just want to know, what do you feel about it? Hopefully you all enjoy this podcast. Expect more from me and Mr. Fate in the near future. This is AyoSteze checking out. Say bye, Fate.
yo, I'm out of here. Peace.